Mama, don't make me wear that old thing again. Hand-knitted Christmas trees and a silly snowman. No matter if I refuse, I got them ugly sweater blues. Now, Mama, why can't you see I feel like a fool? Green elves and snowflakes and scratchy alpaca wool. Maybe you've heard the news. I got them ugly sweater blues. Another year, another sweater, and another holiday soiree. Mama hears the people laughing while the presents are unwrapping, and she's not even sorry. No, Mama, don't make me wear that old thing again. Bright red with sleigh bells and a gingerbread man, corduroys and pointed shoes. I got myself them ugly sweater blues. Driving to Atlanta for an interview with Santa, I can hear him say, hey, that kid is back again, dig that ugly cardigan, oh, what a shame. So, Mama, don't make me wear that old thing again. Hand-knitted Christmas trees and a silly snowman. No matter if I refuse, I got them ugly sweater blues. I done paid all my dues. I'm singing these ugly sweater blues.
This is Sage Suzeris, who is a friend of mine. I have known him since he was a toddler, and then he grew up and turned into that. I had nothing to do with it. It was so good. And I do know his mom, and that's why I picked that song. Hello, Sage's mom, and hello, everybody at home. Welcome to Seattle Unity Christmas Eve service. Please say hello, people in the room. Hi, hello. There are so many of our friends who are at home this evening, but I'm thrilled to see so many people came out here this evening. Please stand as you are able. We're all going to sing some Christmas carols together. The lyrics are in your bulletin, but I'm also going to give you some sort of cheat lines. And as always, you are at liberty to invent your own Batman smells kinds of, lyrics. If you have family lyrics, second and third verses, go ahead and sing those. Oh, it's so nice to see people. Yay! Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. And this baby that you have in your arms used to be a baby. This is not a baby anymore. Oh my God, now I want to cry. Ah, here we go. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. All right, we'll do the second verse, which is joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Here we go. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ. Whilst fields and floods, whilst fields and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. One more and it's joy to the world. Oh, he rules. He rules. He rules the world with truth and grace, and but don't sit down because we're going to sing Angels We Have Heard on High. That's the one that's got the Gloria part. And please feel free to improvise harmony lines on this one. I know many of you wait all year to sing Christmas carols because it's the only time you can sing and not really be made fun of. Are we ready? Angels we have. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. This one is Come to Bethlehem and See. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Please be seated.
Good evening and Merry Christmas, everybody. Nice to see you all. Thanks for being here. So our opening statement tonight is, the Christ is born in all beings, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Together. The Christ is born in all beings, peace on earth, goodwill to all. So tonight we are taking the journey to Bethlehem with the Holy Family, with the wise men, and with the angels. And this is a symbolic journey that leads to the birth of the Christ. It's also a symbolic journey that each one of us takes on the soul's journey to the awakening of the Spirit of God within. It's a journey that leads to love. And so we'll be using candles this evening, as we always do on Christmas Eve. And each candle that we light, the three up here, will stand for the different aspects of the Christmas story. Mary, the angels and the shepherds, and the birth of the Christ. So we do have individual candles for each of us to light. And for this side of the room, they're over on the table over there. For this side of the room, they're on the tables over here. And when we get to the part of lighting the candles, we're going to invite you to bring them back to your seat with you so that we can hold them as we sing Silent Night. And so, as we continue on this sacred journey, let's one couple announcements. One is Sunday is Burning Bowl service, so you can release everything from the past. And then the following Sunday is the White Stone ceremony, where we call in the good and we set the intention for the rest of the year. But that said, I invite you to stand and wish each other a Merry Christmas. At home, type in the chat box, Merry Christmas, and what you're doing this evening.
you don't know this one already, you're gonna real fast. Jesus, what a wonderful child. Which is what I say with everybody's child. Jesus, what a wonderful child. So holy, meek and mild. New light, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen while the angels sing? So these lyrics, they seem like a lot, but this song just goes right by, and it's one of those that if you don't already have it in your bones, you really should. You should be singing it every single year. I think Mariah Carey does a version of it too. Ready? One, it goes like this. A Jesus, a Jesus, oh, what a wonderful child. Pick it up just a bit. Jesus, Jesus, so holy, meek and mild. New light, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen while the angels sing glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. All right, don't worry, we're gonna sing it again like 3 or 4 times. Eventually you're gonna get it. And you have a mask on, so I'm not gonna know if you say the wrong words. Just nod like, oh, I'm getting it. Show me your best I'm getting it nod. Yeah? Oh yeah. All right, while you're doing that, I want to introduce one of our other guests. Many of you already know them. This is Stephanie Ann Johnson. Thrilled to have them back, and in the band are fabulous home group players. This is David, Olivia, and Jesse, and I'm Erin. For anybody who's first time here, if it is your first time, God bless you. It's always somebody's first time at something, and those people should always have a special applause for you if it's your first time at anything. Especially singing this song. We ready? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ho! Jesus, oh, Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, so holy, meek and mild. New light, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen while the angels sing glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Oh, I hear you doing that fabulous thing over there. Do it a little louder. Do it a little louder.
Okay.
They're doing this thing where they go up and do embellishments and harmonies and special extra echoes and things like that. I would like you guys to try that too. So for example, I could say glory and you would say glory right back to me. Mitch, you know what I'm talking about exactly. All right, say it loud. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. That's it. You're getting it. Jesus, Jesus, so holy, meek and mild. New light, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen while the angels sing glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. That was pretty darn good. Or I thought so, but if it was only like half of what you could give me, pretend that you are in an altered state of consciousness. You're febrile and you're into it so hard that you're gonna wake up tomorrow with a hangover and you didn't drink nothing. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Jesus. What? Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Oh, Jesus. So holy. Oh, meek and mild. Light, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen while the angels sing glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Glory, glory. So that whole section was basically us shaking it out, because this evening's service, this candlelighting, is one of the most sacred that we do over the course of the year. And it's strange to say most sacred. Everything's sacred. But it's this part of the service, which is the quieter part and the calmer part, and will eventually be dark and then have the lit candles. This is the part where I can feel that sacredness in ways that I can't when I'm cheering and singing out loud. So to pull us into this sacred space that Karen then walks out upon and leads us into this ritual, we'll do one more song together, and it's "O Come All Ye Faithful." If you know the lyric already, you don't need to find it in your bulletin, but it is in your bulletin if you would like to read along. O come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Oh, sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God. Glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
And so we light this first candle, which symbolizes the alchemy of the unexpected. I welcome the unexpected. I allow miracles and magic to unfold in my life. Would you affirm that with me? I welcome the unexpected. I allow miracles and magic to unfold in my life. Are you ready for that? In Luke chapter 1, in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, from the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and he said, "Greetings, favored one, the Lord is with you." But she was perplexed by his words and pondered what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And now you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you will name him Jesus. And the angel said to her, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Therefore, the child to be born will be holy, and he will be called the Son of God." And Mary said, "Here I am, the servant of the Lord. Let it be with me according to your word." Then the angel departed from her. So this part of the Christmas story is where we begin. In some levels, it's the call. You know, when we receive the call, when we're like, you know what, there's something more to life than meets the eye. And in this part of the story, it's also about those things that are unexpected. Because Mary certainly didn't expect an angel to come to her and say that you will conceive a child with the Holy Spirit. And yet, she says, "Let it be according to your word. I'm going to do it." So metaphysically, the journey of the soul can begin with something unexpected. Maybe you meet somebody new that you didn't know you were going to meet, and it changes your life. Or you get an idea, and you can see it manifesting right in front of you, and you're like, yes, this is it. All we know is that something is stirring in us, and it cannot be contained, right? It's like Mary, we are pregnant with possibility. And this is the beginning of the journey to the being pregnant with the possibility of being awakened to the Spirit of God that's within us, to that awakening of the Christ being born. And again, how does Mary respond? Does she say, "Go away, Gabriel"? No, I'm not going to do this. Does she say, "I'm too young, I'm not married, I can't do this"? And she says, "Truly I am the Lord's servant. Let everything you have said happen to me." So when some unexpected opportunity comes to you, you could list all the reasons why you can't do it. You don't have enough money, you're too old, you're too young, you don't have enough resources, whatever it may be, the list can go on forever, right? Or when you have the stirring of this possibility that something else is there, you could say yes. And so I invite you, as we move into this Christmas story, as we move into our journey of the soul in life, to welcome the unexpected. Try something new. Venture out into uncharted territory. Because I welcome the unexpected, and I allow miracles and magic to unfold in my life.
Here in the quiet, speak to me now. My ears are open to your sweet, gentle whispering. Break down the doors, come inside, shine down your bright light, and heat a lamp for my feet, and heat a lamp for my feet. Oh, I wanna hear the thunder of who you are, to be captured cannot hold you down, but why save a soul like me? No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no heart can fully know all your mysteries. I wanna hear the thunder of who you are, to be captured inside the wonder of who you are. I wanna hear, I wanna breathe, to search out your heart and all of your mysteries. Your glory burns in the stars. Shine down your light, let it burn in my heart. Your glory burns in the stars. Bring me to you. It's your heart I hold on to. I wanna hear the thunder of who you are, to be captured inside the wonder of all you are. I wanna hear, I wanna breathe, to search out your heart and all of your mysteries.
And so we light this second candle in celebration of the inner mystic, represented by the wise men and the shepherds in our Christmas story. And so we affirm, I honor my inner knowing and trust that I am lovingly guided by the universe. Together? I honor my inner knowing and trust that I am lovingly guided by the universe. And so in our Christmas story, the shepherds and the wise men embody that inner mystic, which is the truth of each of us. And what's interesting is at the birth of Jesus, there weren't great hordes, were there? There weren't masses that showed up. That happened later in the story, much later. But the ones that showed up were the wise men and the shepherds. And the reason is that inner mystic is alive in them. And so the shepherds, imagine them out in the hillsides at night in the quiet, watching over their sheep. And now remember, imagine 2,000 years ago, there weren't a lot of city lights, and there wasn't traffic noise, was there? And so they had the gift of being able to be in that still place, that quiet. And so whenever we pause and enter into that stillness, we are opening ourselves to a different way of seeing and a different way of hearing. We are entering into that liminal space where that inner mystic can hear and see that which is beyond our everyday understanding and knowing. And so the shepherds were out in the hillside, and the angels appeared to them and told them of this miracle that was happening, the birth of Jesus. And they were in awe, and then they went. And this is an important piece, is the mystic knows that you need to open to your inner hearing and seeing, but then you need to take that next step and to act on it. That is the trust in your own inner knowing. And so the shepherds go, as we hear in the book of Luke, to see this miracle of the Christ child being born. In the book of Matthew, we hear of the wise men, and they too were attuned to the natural cycles and that which is beyond our everyday seeing. And so they watched the stars and the cycles of nature. They listened to their dreams. And as they tell us, they were seeing a bright star rising. And listening to their inner guidance, they then took the long journey from the east to a different land to see the miracle of Jesus being born, giving him the gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh, a celebration of this Christ light, this Christ child being born. And then they listened to the dreams that they received and their inner guidance that told them to go back by a different route, so as not to go past Herod, who had ill will for the baby Jesus. And so again, acting on that inner guidance and being that embodiment of that inner Christ light and that inner mystic. And so within each of us is that inner mystic. And so I invite you to ask, what is that you can do to slow down and pause? Just as the shepherds in the quiet and the dark were able to hear and see in that pause and that silence. And just as the wise men listened to their dreams, which led them to this miracle of the birth. And so I invite you to awaken that inner mystic and fully embody that inner mystic that lives within you and is represented by the wise men and the shepherds. And so I honor my inner knowing and trust that I am lovingly guided by the universe. And now we're going to shift slightly, and in this energy of the wise men and the presentation of gifts, we're going to take a moment to pause and bless our financial offerings and gifts that we bring. And so if you're home or if you're here, we invite you to give in whatever amount. And it's through that act of giving that we activate the energy of generosity. And so you can give by texting at the number on the screen or here in the room, 206-350-8448. Or if you like to place a check or cash, there's a box at the back for those in the room that would like to place it at the end of the service. And so I just invite us to take a moment, and in this energy of generosity, we are so grateful, and we bless all the gifts that are given that supports this ministry and makes all of this possible for us to be together in community to celebrate this sacred time. And so we affirm together the blessing of the offering. I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude.
Caro Gesù bambino, tu che sei tanto buono, fammi questo piacer, lascia una volta al cielo e vieni a giocare con me. Lo sai, il lo fosti tu. Vedrai però se vieni, noi ci divertiremo, anche in senza balocchi. Vieni bambin Gesù.
We now take this opportunity to enter into a time of silence and quiet, taking the energy of the music, the energy of that which we have already explored in our Christmas story. And so I invite you to get comfortable where you are. And I invite you to imagine going back in time and perhaps like the shepherds being on that hillside where there are no city lights. There is no traffic noise, just the quiet and a blanket of stars above you. And it is in this deep quiet where we are able to hear and see beyond, to hear that inner guidance. To open to that inner knowing and that wisdom of spirit. And so breathing in from that place of knowing that Christ light that lives within you, that is the truth of your being. That bright light that shines within each of us and that our world so greatly needs. I invite you to breathe into that truth of who you are, your divine essence, for the next few moments and minutes in silence.
Light is returning. Light is returning. Light is returning, even
Even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Oh, light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Snap for me. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Oh, light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Oh, light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. Make the Lord hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the light of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. No one can hold back the dawn. No one can hold back the dawn.
And so we light the third candle, which symbolizes the alchemy of compassion. I express the light of Christ with kindness and compassion. I make a positive difference in the world. Let's say that together. I express the light of Christ with kindness and compassion. I make a positive difference in the world. From Luke chapter 2, while they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in bands of cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. And so is the birth of love. So the soul's journey begins with a calling, perhaps something unexpected, something that we say yes to. And then we nurture the soul through pursuing what it is that we love, by using our gifts and our talents in the world, by taking the time to be still and to listen to that inner voice and to touch that deep, deep place. So the journey to Bethlehem is the Christ expressing as each one of us. There is no more separation. And so since this is the alchemy of compassion, I'd like to share the loving kindness prayer. So I would invite you to think of one person. Just think of one person that you feel needs prayer, that needs your attention right now. And I invite you to, I'm going to wait a second for you to see them in your mind's eye. Who is that? And to hold that person in your heart. And to this person, we say, may you be free from danger. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you have ease of well-being. And so I'd like for us also to think about all those affected by the tornado, all those affected by COVID, all those who are alone. May you be free from danger. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. And may you have ease of well-being. And we turn our attention to all beings. May all beings be free from danger. May all beings have mental happiness. May all beings have physical happiness. And may all beings have ease of well-being. So once that light has been ignited within you, once we awaken to our true nature, then it behooves us to share that light and not just keep it for ourselves, right? Because in Matthew 5, Jesus said that you're the light of the world. He said a town built on a hill cannot be hidden, and neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it up high so that the whole room, the whole house can be filled with light. But in the same way, you have to let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father who is in heaven. And so it is up to us then to share that light, to share that love, to share that kindness and compassion. Marianne Williamson said it this way: you were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So we move into our individual candle lighting, and our chaplains are at the tables to assist you in that. And they are going to affirm for you, and I'd like you to hold it, that you are the light of the world. And as you take that light, imagine that it's just symbolic of that light within you that you then share. So as we are moving into that place and we're ready, I would invite you to stand and make your way over to the tables, get a candle lit, and bring it back to your chair.
There is a candle in every heart, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit that lights a flame, ignites the candle, and makes its home. See how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been lied to, still holds a candle, but without the flame. So carry your candle, run to the dark. Now, without burdening yourselves, we're going to move on to Silent Night. And the lyrics are in your bulletin. Again, please don't burn yourself or your neighbor or your hair or your clothes. And there are 3 verses. If you know the verses, God bless you. And if you don't, I hope that you have a bulletin.
And so earlier we said, don't hide your light under a table or a bushel, but put it high on a lampstand for all to see. So as we hold up our lights, notice how much lighter the room becomes, because each one of us is sharing that light. And now kind of take it down a little bit and see if it gets any darker. And bringing it back up once again. And this is our call to let our lights shine this Christmas. So I invite you to take this candle home with you, light it throughout this Christmas season, and know that as we blow it out, we do not blow out that light that is within us.
If you would like to, you can place your light back on the table, or you can take it home with you.
And so as you go forth, may you be filled with the wonder of Mary, the devotion of Joseph, the joy of the angels, the eagerness of the shepherds, the determination of the Magi, and the peace of the Christ child. And for this we are grateful. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.